People say, well, this because she's your mom. I don't know what it is, but it was like the child in me who desired the type of mother that she was not to me. Even as a 50-year-old woman, I still, to a degree, operated like that child, or even very much promiscuous. It's not because that's how they want to be. It's not because that's necessarily who they are. Oftentimes, it's because they're searching for that feeling that was taken away from them. Is Chardonnay. That's it.
It took a lot to get.
Look, let me tell you something, honey. I'm gonna need for Clifford Harris to get his ish together.
Fit over a.
When I say happy Juneteenth. So I had to, since it is Juneteenth, my delivery was supposed to come yesterday, but they rescheduled it for tomorrow. Now, in my apartment complex, they make us use a service called Fetch, which I'm not happy about. And they're supposed to deliver tomorrow between 12 and 2. They didn't deliver between 12 and 2. Then they sent a notification that tells me they're not gonna deliver until Friday, tomorrow, because of Juneteenth. So I drove over here to the Fetch warehouse to pick up my items. So one of the things that I ordered, thanks to shout out Kaylani, is a different type of cover for my DJI Pocket 3. So hopefully it will make it a little easier to protect it. Snap it on, snap it off. It's just a little cover that covers the actual lens and also covers the monitor. So that's what that is. Then I purchased a magnetic mount where I'll be able to stick my DJI Pocket 3 camera to anything that is made from metal. I'll sit it down in here and it should stick to, I don't see anything metal in here that I can stick it to, but it should be able to stick to a metal surface. This right here should be, I hope it's, hold on, we gotta test this bad boy out. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, that works. So I can stick it on a car, on a pole, when I'm vlogging. Love it. And then it's got this, I don't know, it's got a Allen wrench. And then of course you guys know I broke my DJI Pocket 3 transmitter. I don't know why I'm still holding on to it, but it does have this metal that I still can use to clip on here, but I'm sure one came in here. So I ordered the DJI mini microphone, and I definitely need that for vlogging, especially whenever I'm driving with the window down. Or y'all look, this is actually, my nail. I need to go get my nails done today, and I need to actually get them cut down because they've gotten too long, and I've been typing, and it's been slowing my typing down. But I purchased the DJI mini microphone transmitter, and I'm about to put this bad baby on now. So it came with a little carrying case. Oh, that's cute. And I guess, well, I need to, it's very small. I need to make sure that it's fully charged. So this is the charger, and this is the actual microphone. And I think I'm gonna like this better than the bigger one, because the bigger one, even though it's still small. Okay, so it has a clamp too. Here is the difference between the two. So this is my old one, and this is the new one. Yeah, so I guess I need to charge it. Let me charge it, y'all, and I'll be back. But happy Juneteenth. Can someone tell me how the hell in a matter of 30 minutes I lose the microphone in this damn car? 30 minutes. 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I have misplaced the microphone that I just bought. 30 minutes. Hi. Y'all, I have tore up this car looking for this microphone. I was so frustrated that I done looked up where I can go buy another one, because I felt that it had slipped down into the cracks and crevices of the abyss in this truck, and I wasn't going to find it anytime soon. So I went to put on my seatbelt because I'm going to tell you, I was about to ride all the way out to Marietta, which is 13 miles away per ways, which means it's actually about 18 miles away, and buy another one, because I need to really focus on the important things, which is my vlogging, building, my channel, whatever. So I said, well, if I find it, I find it. I'll just have two, but I need to get it today. I need to vlog today, Juneteenth, today. Went to put my seatbelt on, and how about it was on the metal of my seatbelt. And if I did not laugh, because it reminds me of Coco's last video. Make sure you go check her video out. She talks about domestic violence, and it is a very good video. And she went through the same thing. She was wondering why her voice wasn't clear on her audio. That's because she thought she had clipped her mic to her, and it was actually on her seatbelt. So now that I've gotten all that straight, I think I really need to go use the bathroom. My plan was to go get something to eat and then walk the Beltline, and then yeah. But right now I'm so frustrated and flustered that I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I'll walk the Beltline later on today, but just I'm gonna go feed my face. But wherever I go, it's gonna have to be somewhere. Today I am shopping, with the exception of having gone to Dollar Tree to get some batteries for the remote to go in my thing that I used to, y'all, I can't even think. The thing that I used to, this remote, the thing that I used to film on my camera, not my camera. Well, I had to get it together because me being flustered and trying to have a conversation coupled with menopause just wasn't working. Anyway, so I had tore up the car, and then I also went, this is what I use for my photos when I'm taking photos or whenever I'm recording on my cell phone. I use this transmitter. So I had actually gone to Dollar Tree to get some replacement batteries. So now I'm trying to decide, is there anything that's in here in the food hall that I want to eat? I don't know. Let me and then I'll good morning, beautiful people. Happy Friday, the day after Juneteenth, and I am on my way out to go meet my girl Kia to go walk. It is 9:48, and y'all, I am just super stoked about having found, not even found, because I knew it was there, I just didn't know where it went to, but having decided to explore the other end of the Beltline. It is, I now pick up at the spot where I used to stop whenever I lived in my other apartment complex, because they're still working on the Beltline. Matter of fact, last night they I saw something on the news about the city has been awarded $280 million, whatever, hurry up and finish it, because the World Cup is coming here in 2026, and so they want to make sure that the Beltline is completed. Well, that portion of the Beltline, the south side portion of the Beltline, is completed before, I think it's the FIFA Cup is coming. FIFA is the opposite of going around and find out. Anyway, so yeah, so I am just so excited. This is day 3 for me. I did a little over 2 miles, like 2.16 miles, I think, on Wednesday. Yesterday I actually did about 3 miles, but my watch went dead, and so when I noticed my watch was dead, then I picked up on my phone using Run Keeper, so it didn't log the whole 3 miles that I walked, which is, you know, fine. I know that I did it. That's all that matters. So I talked to my girl Kia this morning. Don't forget to go watch the rest of Star Pollyanna's Real Women Over 50 video. I think that's what she's titled it. But she is absolutely hilarious. So she has put out 3 different episodes. So be sure to go and watch that. Anyway, so I'm going to meet my girl Kia. We're going to go walk it, but we're actually going to meet at Lee Plus White Food Hall, and I'm going to film some of that in this video. We're gonna meet at Lee and White. Usually I start out at Pittsburgh. Well, not usually. I'm acting like I just been doing this. Okay, so yesterday I started out at Pittsburgh Yard, and I walked all the way over to Lee and White Food Hall. and then walk back. But since she lives on closer to that end of Lee and White Food Hall, I'm going to go meet her at Lee and White Food Hall. And then we're going to walk to Pittsburgh Yard. And then we're going to walk back to Lee and White Food Hall and probably just, grab us some lunch or something like that. Because it's 9:51. So by the time we, do that walk, then it'll be lunchtime and they'll be done open up, all the spaces. And then later on today, this evening, I'm going to meet my girl Lish, and we're gonna go to T.I.'s Trap House for some drinks, just chop it up, whatever. It's gonna be a little bit past happy hour by the time we get there, because we're not gonna meet till like 7:30. Well, I think happy hour might be in at 8. Doesn't matter, we're just gonna go there. I'm just gonna be very, very not, what's the opposite of liberal? I'm going to be very minimal in my drinking. But, she's not going to chop it up. Whenever we met up this weekend, we had a great time catching up. And so we said we was going to make sure that we keep that momentum going for each other. So we're going to hang out. So I got kind of a busy day today. One of my subscribers, shout out to you, don't ask me to say the name, but she was like, Chloe, you would look really good wearing some, lounge wear. And I had actually been saying that I wanted to get more into, wearing the lounge wear look, some nice, a nice matching set with some really cute slides, minimal makeup, my jewelry and stuff. I just put my studs back in because I had been, for the past couple of days, I've been wearing my hoops, but I don't know. I kind of like have gotten to where I really love my studs, and then they're screw-ons. And so I won't lose them because I've lost so many solitaires. But these are screw-on, so they my little 1-2. What you gonna do? I'll change them out interchangeably, but the screwing on and screwing off, honey, just leave them on. So that's something that I want to do after Kia and I have lunch. I want to see if I can go find me a cute little lounge wear set. I have a pink one that came from Shein, but I don't like the way it looks. First of all, I gotta lose some more belly before I can, even though lately I just been like, let the belly out. But I think I feel like I need to lose a little bit more belly. I don't want to just wear something just to wear it. And I want to look very nice whenever I present in it. So that means it's a trip to the shopping, do a little bit of reasonable retail therapy, because I want to look cute tonight. I want to look cute. I want to start looking more put together whenever I go out. And I was looking at some pictures like back in the day when I was smaller, and I was always so well put together, and I want to get back to being so well put together. But back then, that's whenever me and Mr. was together, and he liked for me to get dolled up, but he also liked for me to wear clothes that accentuated my body. We're talking about me being in my 30s and stuff like that. So he liked that kind of stuff. He loved to see me in heels. He loved the big hair. He was a man that he liked weave. He liked whenever I wore weave and makeup and all that other stuff. So I just want to get back to the very feminine side of me. I feel like that I've gotten lazy. Let's be transparent. I've gotten lazy with this, right? Whenever I go wash clothes, 80% of the clothes that are in my hamper are athletic wear, like workout clothes, like socks, running shorts, tank tops, sports bras. I can honestly say this year I have actually put a real bra on maybe 6 times. And that's not good. Because I used to be the type of woman that my bras and panties had to match. They were, they was lace, they was push-up bras, they were underwire, they were very sexy. And I'm not going to say that my underwear is always going to match. But what I am saying is that I need to get back to the sexiness. Whenever I dress sexy, I feel sexy. And it shines outward. And so I really need to get back to, being that girl. So yeah, that is what, I am really and truly working on. So yeah, I'm on my way to meet Kia. I'm listening to this book, Love Bevan. Have any of you, I think I've asked them, have any of you read any of Love Bevan's book? I'm reading her Love Uncharted, Love This, Love That. It's four in the series. But baby, let me tell you something. Raina and what's his name? Child, I think his name in a minute. But they getting on my nerves. When I say they are getting on my nerves, they are getting on my nerves. Even though, if I am quite honest, I see a lot of me in Raina. The fear of being hurt, the fear of being rejected, abandonment issues. Looking at her in this book at the age of 27, quick to run, quick to make assumptions, quick to protect herself by being quick to walk away, not being able to really show her feelings. At 27, whenever I see so much of me in her, oh my God, I see so much of me in her. This book, and Love Bevan, but she wrote the hell out of this stuff. But baby, whenever I say these are long audiobooks. The one I'm working on now is 12 hours. And the final one, which is series 4, is 17 hours. The sex in this book is absolutely amazing. Whenever I say amazing, it is amazing. But it's just, it goes on and on and on and on. It's just like every other chapter they're having sex, and it's beautiful because it's like she mixes it up to the point where you don't get bored with it. But at the same time, sorry y'all, I'm trying to find a parking space that's going to be easy for Kia to find me. But yeah, she wrote the hell out of it. The intimacy scenes are very erotic, and she is everything. But at the same time, it's like, how god darn much. It's like, is that all? No, I'm not gonna say it's all, because there's this story should be stretched out over years, but it hasn't been years. Anyway, I almost said I'm not gonna read 4, because 17 hours is just, it's a lot. But my girl Andrea said she's finished it. Chiquita's finished it. So now I have to make sure that I finish it. But yeah, so I'm waiting on Kia to get here. It is hot already. It is, 76 degrees out here, but the sun is shining. So yeah, let me call Kia and see where she's at, because she's never been here before, and this is a very big, long plaza, so I need to make sure that she knows where I am. So I'll get back with you guys in a little bit. Bye. Say hey, Kia. They really can't see you though, because you blurred out.
I'm blurred out?
You blurred out. Hey, my loves. I am back. I got back from walking with Kia on the Beltline, and I had to go in and baby, I had to sit down for a minute. My heart rate while walking had got up to like 160. Now, the other day, my Apple Watch let me know that my resting heart rate had increased. And if you know anything, then you know that whenever your resting heart rate is higher, that means that you're not in very good shape. So it was my resting heart rate was 160. I mean, when I was walking, I'm sorry, my activity heart rate had got up to 160. Kia's was at 130, child. So that lets you know that she's in a far better shape than I do, but she works out anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week. So because it was hot, I thought that I was picking a good time because she's delivering Instacart. I thought it was a good time because I was getting out kind of early, but they had already let us know that the heat index here in Atlanta was gonna, is gonna be increasingly higher. It's just gonna start increasing over the next few days because it's been raining a lot here in Atlanta, but a lot of the rain is starting to dissipate, and so it's just going to be heat. So I thought I was doing good by getting out early, but apparently I did not get out early enough because when I first woke up, it was 73 degrees. Nevertheless, it was a good walk. I got in almost 3 miles. So that's 3 days straight that I have walked, and I am so proud of myself. I am just over the moon having pulled the trigger and went back to the Beltline. So now I am running out because me and my girl Lish are supposed to be going to T.I.'s restaurant. I have been saying for the longest amount of time that I wanted to go, but my girl Lish was like, she said she's been there before and she says it's pretty good. So that's where we're going. So I'm gonna run out right quick, see if I can find one of those outfits that I told you about. If not, I got stuff at home that I can definitely put on. But baby, right now I am, I say naked because it is hot. I got on a sports bra and I got on some little bitty shorts, and they just gonna have to get all of this back fat extra rolls and all this other stuff. But anyway, so I was talking to my girl Kaylani, and when I say I love all my girls, I do. I love Bossy Tasha. I definitely love Kimberly Bronet. I love Star Pollyanna. Coco, you guys didn't get to see Coco yet, but if you're not, follow her channel, Coco and Phil. And then also, of course, you guys know Bossy Tasha is my girl. And why did I come this way? Because I was supposed to be going to the car wash to wash my car, and just came out and just started doing what I wanted to do. Anyway, so what am I gonna eat? Because when I say I'm hungry, I am hungry. Part of the reason I was supposed to be going to wash my car is because I was gonna get some shrimp fried rice from the Chinese restaurant is across where I go get my car washed, but oh well, I'm in a totally different direction now. To figure something out. But anyway, so I could go to Kiku and get their lunch shrimp fried rice, and then get their soup. I love that Japanese soup. It's nothing but broth and mushrooms and scallions, but it's something about it. It's a taste that I just love it. So maybe I'll shoot over there and I can look at a couple of, because TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Ross is right there together. So maybe I'll go to Kiku and get their shrimp fried rice, and then some I don't know, this broth soup, whatever it is. Anyway, y'all, so just on the, just text Kaylani, told Kaylani that I miss her and that I got to make it out to Houston. Houston was on my bucket list. Houston has been on my bucket list for a couple of years. And so I said, I got to make it out there to see you. So she was like, so me and the girls have been talking. We got a little group chat going, and we're talking about, planning a cruise, possibly towards the end of this year. But we're also, all of us are saying that this 50 and over girls trip that we had has activated our desire to just travel, just get away. So Kimberly Bernea said that she was at the time that we was having this chat, because we chat every day in our group chat all day long. So Kimberly was saying that she I think I'm gonna cut through over here. Do I want to cut through this way, or do I want to go to Old National? I'll go this way. Anyway, so Kimberly was saying that she was on the internet at that very moment looking up places that she could possibly go, possibly planning her solo trip. And so I told them I already know booked mine. Can't wait for y'all to see it. And then Kaylani and I, we was talking sidebar on our text message. And baby, I'm talking to her, and I'm like, I went ahead and just made a nice little payment on my Affirm, where I had booked my trip that I'm going on next month, because I want to do something really big for my birthday in October. I want to go somewhere, but I also want to go somewhere. Let me tell you, I done looked up even just Myrtle Beach. Just let me get one of those. And Myrtle Beach is not like the cleanest beach, but it's a beach. I'm like, let me get one of those little shady, rinky-dink hotel rooms that's overlooking the beach. It's not even, I don't even care about what the hotel room looks like. I just want to see some water. I just really am sincerely just ready to travel. Now 2026 is about being out of the country and going the distance. I really can do it now, but guys, whenever it comes to, I want to go to Europe, I want to go to Carousel. There's so many places that I want to go. I want to go to Thailand. But y'all, it be the 12-hour, 14-hour, 18-hour flights that have me in a choke hold. But Chloe, if you want to see it, those are the sacrifices that you got to make. But circling back to me and Kaylani, and then me making that payment that I made, is giving very much, Chloe, you need to stop playing around and really get back out here hustling like you used to hustle with the Instacart, the Ship, the Amazon Flex. I don't do DoorDash, don't pay enough money, so I don't do DoorDash. But you really need to get on it. So I have committed that I am going to start trying to, until I can really, really get back into the swing of things, and especially until I find out what's going on with this contract money, because to my understanding, even though it's supposed to be net 30 from the time you submit your invoice, because I was planning on submitting my invoice once a month, it looks like I need to start submitting my invoice every week or every 2 weeks, because to my understanding, even though it says net 30, my old company is still paying people net 50, 60 days behind. And I can't survive off of that, even though the amount of money that they're paying me, it will cover all of my bills. Until that money starts to flow in, I really do need to get back on here and start hustling. But one of the things that I want to get back to hustling for is to pay for trips, to pay for travel. So I have committed that next week I'm gonna make $200 to $300, and that money that I make is specifically going to go to paying off this trip that I just booked for next month, so I can go ahead and book another trip. But yeah, so y'all, whenever I say I am ready to travel, and I have a feeling that whenever I do this first solo trip, I'm gonna have airplane fuel and gas on my chest, and that'll be better content. It'll be great content for you guys. It will be more interesting content than me just sitting in the car being a talking head. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited about these new ventures. You know, one thing I hadn't talked about was that, you know, dealing with my mom for the last 5 years, and especially once, you know, my mom would get really upset anytime I would go out of town or I would plan a vacation. I mean, she would get such an attitude if I'm going to Jamaica, or if I'm going to Florida. She literally would get an attitude. I never understood that. She would literally get an attitude, to the point where I used to, even at my big age of late 40s, early 50s, I literally would sneak out of town and not tell her that I'm going out of town, because I knew that once I told her I was going somewhere, I was going to have to deal with her attitude. As crazy as it is, I don't understand it. I don't think I would ever understand it. And so I didn't do a lot of traveling previously, because number one, I was responsible, you know, for her. I was her caregiver, you know, to a degree. She lived in her own house, but she wasn't very mobile. You know, she had a walker that she got around on, and then eventually her last days she was in a wheelchair. But you know, I did all her grocery shopping, and, you know, come over there, get on the computer, pay all her bills for her. So I was her, you know, I was her caregiver. And so I couldn't move freely. I knew that I had to go over there and check on her during the week. I knew on the weekend she was going to be sending me to the grocery store, and she wanted to go to multiple grocery stores. Matter of fact, even during the week, she'll call me like, Lee, I need you to, you know, do this, and this. So I wasn't able to move freely. And whenever my mom first passed away, I was totally lost, because this was a routine I was used to. I was used to calling her and checking on her and hearing from her. And I was used to going over there and, you know, doing things around the house for her, going to the grocery store, going to pick this up, taking her to the doctor, taking her here, taking her there, taking her to visit, you know, her sisters or friends, you know, church. And so the first 6 months, I was totally lost. I would literally, on the weekends, whenever I was used to going over there and doing all this running around on the weekends, in the beginning, I would go over and just sit in the driveway. Then I would go over there and then I would just, on the weekends, I would just get on the highway and I would just ride, because I felt like an abandoned child. I felt lost. I was just totally discombobulated. You know, knowing that she was no longer here on this earth, but her presence still was very, very strong. It still is. But one thing that I wanted to say real quick is that, you know, when we're looking at these cases where people have been mentally abused or physically abused, or even SA, and we question how is it that they would keep coming back, or how would they keep dealing with this? No, and people say, well, your mom is different. No, it's a mental thing. It is a mental thing. It is psychological programming. It is you become so accustomed to the mental and emotional and in some cases physical abuse that you just become accustomed to it. You don't become immune to it. You just begin to feel like this is a part of your life. And with my mom being very, very verbally abusive, very mentally, and I don't think I really talked about this, very mentally abusive, verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, I still loved her. You know, people say, well, that's because she's your mom. I don't know what it is, but it was like the child in me who desired the type of mother that she was not to me. Even as a 50-year-old woman, I still, to a degree, operated like that child, needing her approval, needing her to, I can't really explain it, but it's just like women who go through certain abuses with men, but they didn't have a father in their lives, and so they look for what they didn't get from their father in men, but they don't know what they're supposed to get from a man because they never had that example, if that makes sense. So just the attention from a man replaces what they're missing in their father, and they don't always necessarily know that all attention is not good attention. They just know that they seek a connection that they've missed. And it's like, even, you know, having been molested, having been, you know, right, and having that stolen from you, having that experience that you should have had a choice in, when you've had that taken away from you, and your first experiences with intimacy is violent or is against your will, you miss out on what it's supposed to feel like. You miss out on what it's supposed to truly mean. You miss out on the pleasurable part of it. You miss out on making the choice mentally to engage in that. And so you don't really understand what it's supposed to feel like. But you hear other people talk about what it's supposed to feel like. You hear other people talk about how great it feels. You hear other people talk about how amazing it is. And so people who have been assaulted, molested, raped, whenever they are somewhat or even very much promiscuous, it's not because that's how they want to be. It's not because that's necessarily who they are. Oftentimes it's because they're searching for that feeling that was taken away from them, that was stolen from them, that was ripped from them. And so they're searching. They are searching for what they hear it's supposed to be like. And so sometimes they go from man to man to man to man, hoping they'll get that feeling. Just like someone who is strung out on drugs. I hear that the first time someone does crack, that it's this amazing high. And the addiction is that you get it that first time, and then you keep chasing it. Well, the first time, whenever you've had what happened to me, it was very traumatic, but you hear that it's supposed to be better than that. And so you're chasing that feeling but you don't get it. In my case, I felt nasty and disgusting. And then I also took on the mindset that if I don't give it to them, they're going to take it anyway. But then the confusion comes in is that I was desiring love. I was desiring to find someone that would right all the wrongs that had happened to me. And I know I'm all over the place, but that just, it morphed into something else. I know that. But I guess that's why I have so much compassion for people. I'm not easily to jump to conclusions. I'm not easily to convict people. I'm not easily to say that something is a money grab. I just had this discussion as far as, Cassie and everything. And I said I wasn't going to go into these types of discussions because it's very triggering and it causes me to be very angry whenever I hear people be so quick to come to these assumptions and just be so for certain about their convictions when you've never experienced it and you've never been in those types of situations. It's certain parts of the human mentality, it's certain parts of the human emotions, it's certain parts of the human psyche that we will never understand. And so I am, when it comes to a lot of things, I am the least judgmental person because I know that everything in life is not black and white. I hear people saying all the time, well, if it was me, the thing is it's not you. And the thing is that until you've been there, until you've sat in it, gone through it, you can never truly give an assessment. And even if you've been through it, your situation is going to be totally different from somebody else's. Our DNA is different, our makeup is different, our life experience is different, how we grew up, our family dynamics. Had a father in the home, didn't have a father in the home, had a father in the home who was there physically but wasn't there emotionally or mentally or spiritually, or there's so many. When I talked about daddy issues, that's another thing I really want to talk about is daddy issues. And whenever I posted to some of my girlfriends, they opened my eyes to so many different things. You have daddy issues where the father was there, but he really wasn't there. You have daddy issues where the father tried to be there present, but the mother wouldn't allow them to. You have daddy issues where the father passed away very young. And where the person was very young. You have daddy issues that's somewhat like me, where my father was there. He was very present. My daddy took me to my dentist appointments, my doctor's appointments, since I was small, because my mom worked at General Motors and she couldn't get off, so my daddy took us. And so I have daddy issues where my daddy set a certain bar and a certain example of what a father is supposed to be, and I'm not getting that. I haven't been able to obtain that. And so that's a daddy issue as well, because fathers are supposed to set a certain level of expectations. They're the ones who, we fall in love with first. They're our first love. So whenever your daddy sets a bar, how dare you to tell me that I'm not supposed to expect this when that's what a daddy's job is? You see what I'm saying? So there's so many different dynamics to having daddy issues, to having abandonment issues. Life is just never black and white. And so whenever I see people that are so indignant in their assumptions or how they just superimpose their experiences or lack of experiences on other people, and then they qualify it in that way or they disqualify it in that way, it angers me so badly. It angers me. And it angers me even more whenever eventually they go through whatever it is that they have demonized you for, or they find out somebody that close to them has gone through what they demonized you for, and then they want to come back and they want to talk to you because of your experiences. I've had that happen so many times. But you know, it's just life. I done got here and I got all preachy on you guys. I apologize not. But I need to figure out how cute I'm gonna be. And I need to clean out my car really bad. But I need to figure out how cute I'm gonna be today whenever I go out with my girls. Am I gonna be cute? Or am I gonna be cute? Well, if I'm gonna be cute, we'll see. Anyway, I still am going to give me something to eat first. I'm finna run in here, and I will holler at you, beautiful people, later.
Okay,
so
welcome
this
to Kansas City. Where you guys from?
I'm from Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta. Where you from? Up north. I'm from New York. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. But we at Tri City Cafe, the biggest and the best. See our little skyline and whatever. I don't know. I'm not from here. I'm trying to boast y'all up, but I love Atlanta. I've been here for 4 years, having a blast. Okay. And I have my beautiful ladies here. Is this going on YouTube?
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, my mouth.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not good on the camera. I might be pretty on one, but not my mouth. But don't do too much.
You did perfect.
Yeah,
You did
I'll be
perfect.
right back out with you.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, y'all.
So this is my girl Lish.
Hey.
We used to work at Avaya together.
For how many years, Chloe?
Girl, don't make me start thinking and I've been drinking. Don't make me start thinking I've been drinking.
Yes, we were Avaya buddies.
And so we kept in touch over the years, and then she told me that she had been watching my YouTube channel, and then we reconnected, and so this is our second time out. Wait a minute, hold on, because we went out last weekend.
Yeah. Oh God, Chloe.
And I ended up with my head in the toilet.
I'm not a bad influence, guys. I promise.
This
is Penny.
that's a Cadillac margarita. This is Chardonnay. That's it.
It took a lot to get.
Look, let me tell you something, honey. I'm gonna need for Clifford Harris to get his ish together.
Yes.
Because first of all, you're serving me wine in a plastic cup. When we first got here, they didn't have because you guys know I'm trying so hard not to drink. They didn't have any Chardonnay. They didn't have any Moscato. What else? They was missing something. Zinfandel.
The base.
She told me that she told me it was Zinfandel. Zinfandel is not. It came out red. I think it was Merlot or something. I don't know.
Some type of cab.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. The food.
It's giving microwave. It's giving.
It is giving microwave. Yeah, I had a spinach dip, and the spinach dip was. Okay, Lish. How was your egg rolls?
My egg rolls is giving very much P.F. Chang's in Kroger. No, seriously. It's giving P.F. Chang's. You know they do the P.F. Chang's, microwavable. That's what it was giving. Wasn't the worst, but it's not,
Clifford Harris.
Yeah.
And there's nobody here. It's Friday.
Yes.
Y'all see the city. Y'all
And
see.
it wasn't like this.
Y'all see the city. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Let me tell you about the big thing. Hold on, let me back it up. Let me tell you guys about the big thing. The big thing is that when we got here, first of all, it was nobody here, and we had to pay $20 to park. $20
whole dollars.
$20 whole dollars, and there's nobody here. But of course, we're downtown. If it was like popping, I could forgive it.
Absolutely.
But
it's, and what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. It's after 9.
It's after 9. We got here at 7:30. It is after 9.
It's after 9.
And when I say empty, it's empty.
Very. He's still charging people $20.
And I don't
Give
get
it
all
up, bro.
y'all see, I don't get all cute. I got on my little Fashion Nova outfit.
Okay.
I got my Timu purse. Now, back in the day, whenever I was younger, you remember when we used to do a repeat?
Yes.
If you go out and it's like dead, it's not popping.
Yes.
When we were younger, like in our 20s, then you would do a repeat.
Yes.
That means that you would recycle that outfit
Yes.
and wear it again the next night.
Exactly.
Because when you cute,
Yes. Because I started to wear that sundress that I had on last week, and I should have. I mean, I got wrapped up like a mummy tonight.
you
I'm gonna let it
you
all
know
hang
what?
out,
You
child.
know what? To sisterhood.
Yes.
But
The city is beautiful, though.
y'all, this
It's
some
beautiful.
bullshit. This Clifford Harris. I'm gonna need you to get it together. And he said that Greg Street was gonna be at Greg Street. Will be
where's
mad.
Greg Street?
Greg Street. I don't know what time he gonna
Maybe
be.
this is one of those things where we have to come out at like 11 or 12.
Baby, I am almost 55 years
Say-
old.
I'm 48.
I'm all about the day parties.
Yes.
I'm all about
Yes.
the happy hours.
Yes.
And then I can go home. Because
We need to go to Bahama Breeze. I bet Bahama Breeze is still popping.
you know what? We actually could have went to not Pseudo's. We could have went to no, because they were having something over there at 656. We could have went to Chicago's Pizza with the patio.
Nancy's?
Now I'm having a hot flash.
You need some water?
Girl, I'm not. They're gonna charge you for some damn water. I'm not gonna be paying for some bottled water. I'm okay, but I need a rooftop.
Yes. Yes. A rooftop.
You know what? I don't. Do you know why I know it's time for me to start traveling? No bullshit. Is because hold on. Oh please. Oh. Okay, what I was about to say. Let me tell you something.
I think you want to say something about in other cities traveling.
So yeah. So one of the let me take it off the track.
I mean, that's. Remember that movie, Babs?
What you say about Babs? Sis, what you say about Babs? Hold on.
11 o'clock. Tip. I want to talk to Tiny.
Tiny, get your husband. Yes, get your husband together, because baby, this right here. Hold on. I'm gonna edit all of this out here.
We're going to recycle these out.
I'm still trying to figure out my I'm still trying to figure out take it off of follow. I'm gonna take it off of follow.
because I came through twice. Once in 2020, right when he first opened, and then again I want to say in 23. And it was cool. It was a cool little vibe. Me and my sister was out here, DC Young Fly, and different people. It was cool. I don't know what happened.
Well, the thing is, first of all, Atlanta is very fickle.
Yes.
And they have so many options.
Yeah. Hot 1 minute, not hot the next.
And it's like now, I think maybe it's possible the people that come here. I think whenever it first, everybody was all excited.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's that now it's more for people who've never been here before.
Yeah. I agree.
People who are not from here.
It was like that whole, like, when he first opened, everybody was here. Because I was, I think that's what it is.
And to be quite honest, to be very honest, the food is subpar for it to be priced the way that it is.
Very true.
The drinks are expensive, which is to be expected.
Yeah. But and then the parking.
The food and the parking. First of all, the parking is very limited, but you're paying people $20 to park. Like when we got here at 7:30, you're charging. There was nobody here, but you're paying $20.
Yeah.
So what he's not making inside, he's
exactly. Exactly. You're sitting here with 3 people. Greg Street, I don't know where it is. Listen, this is 50.
First of all, you're not 50 yet.
I'm almost 50.
You're not even 49 yet.
I'll be 49 in October.
But this is just, and then I'm looking at the people who are coming in here. Now these are, These are.
I don't need to suck my stomach in anymore.
No, not after what just left out of here.
Listen, I will suck him for dear life.
Baby. This is.
I can unhook this mother. Hey.
Bit over it. When I say I love my city, I freaking love my city. Do you understand me? I don't think you guys understand how much I love my city. I am proud to be from the ATL. Hello, Mercedes-Benz. Absolutely fucking amazing.